So Warlocks, welcome. This is the last video of the Moonfang X7 videos, and yeah, if you guys want to check out the other videos, the Hunter and Titan videos are right here, and the review video and the shader video, they're both right here. Did them in reverse, but it's fine. In the review video, we just look at how it looks, how it shaders, and my personal thoughts. And the shader, I showcase all my favorite shaders, because if I do all of them, I legitimately do fall asleep. And then the Hunter and Titan videos, we're going to be doing what we essentially did in those videos, where we take individual pieces from the Moonfang X7 video or sets, and then make individual sets from those pieces. So that's what I usually do, so that way we can essentially like stretch the fashion muscle, so to speak. And it also just showcases what you can actually do with the armor if you guys are interested to see how it works, because I do think like having examples helps really form an opinion about the armor, because if you just see the armor base look, you do have a judgment on it, and sometimes that judgment can be not the wisest, I guess you would say, because I've had to bite my tongue a lot with some of the armor sets that I've talked about. So that's why now when we get an armor set, I just kind of have to wait until I actually have it in my hands, so that way I can utilize it, so that way I can be like, okay, this armor is actually really cool, or it's not good. So that's what I usually do for these videos. So if you guys like the video, like, comment, subscribe, really does help, because a huge portion of people are actually not subscribed. So if you can do me a favor, like, comment, sub, hit the bell notifications, because that also does help. I also apologize that I asked this at the front, but I am pretty confident in these videos in the fact that I'm just showcasing some cool sets. So let me know what you guys think. Other than that, let's get into it. So to start off, we're going to be starting off strong, in my opinion, with the Moonfang X7 boots, and then the sun bracers for the exotic. Every other piece, celestial cover, technologic robes, and then the Moonfang X7 bond. For the shadering, gold work. So I think this is the best set, hands down, bar none. There's no contest. I really like this one because I really do think the shadering is like heavy lifting this, or carrying this whole video, because gold work is doing a lot of the work. I love the gold and red. That's a good combo to have. But the glow is also orange, which is going really well with the sun bracers. And we have the glow on the helmet and the bond. So the other cool thing is the fact that the gold work goes really well with the boots, because the white Dido symbol does not change color, which is also a thing I was like, I want something that has white, but also that has an orange glow, which is a really hard ask, because there's only like a few shaders that I can think of off the top of my head that follow both of those criterias, which is I want a gold or like a red orange color, and that's it. Actually, I only know of like two shaders, which is Carminica and Gambit Celadon, I think, that have that orange glow. And there's actually a third one, I just can't remember what it's called off the top of my head that I can think of that has that color. And thankfully Goldwork is a shader that we can use now. And if you are wondering, I'm pretty sure Goldwork was from PvP, from either the episode before this one or before that one. I just don't remember when we got it, but it is a really good shader. Yeah, this one is super dope. Again, it just hits those marks, has white, it goes with the glow, and it goes with the boots. Overall, this is, I think, is the best one. It's probably one of the better sunbracer sets that I've made, if I'm being quite honest. As for the next set, now this is kind of funny because I didn't notice this until now. This one is not showcasing an exotic, which really isn't a problem, and actually probably better for you all, because then you can actually take pieces out of this. So before we do that, Moonfang X7 crown for the helmet, the Hardened Basilisk wraps, Royal Protector robes, Favor of the Zeus boots, and then Wrath Trail bond. Shader is Viced Poison, specifically because the Moonfang X7 crown has a green visor that doesn't change color, but I also wanted a white color in there because the white horn and the white sides don't change color as well, which is why we're using Viced Poison, because it fit all of those criterias, where it was like, I want a green that goes pretty decent with that visor, which I think this one goes really well, and I want a white. Now, if you were to ask me what I would switch out for the exotic, I would actually switch out the Favor of Zeus boots for something that looks a little bit better for this. Or actually, you know what would have been a really good piece? It would have been the Geomag stabilizers, no ornaments. Like, that one would have been really good, because it's basically Favor of Zeus but just blockier. But I do understand that Hardened Basilisk wraps would be annoying for people, because that is a season pass ornament. So I would probably say, like, you could switch out the arms for an exotic, and that would probably be pretty cool. I would just switch out the front, the Favor of Zeus boots. I just don't think it's the best piece for this. But other than that, I actually genuinely really do like this one. As for the next set, I will say this isn't a bad set. It just looks kind of boring. For the exotic, we're going to be using the Astrocyte Verse. For the arms, we're going to be using the Contender Gloves, the Moonfang X7 Robe, Holdfast Boots, and then the Eerie Thaumaturge Bond. The Thaumaturge, whatever it's called. Yeah, I think this one's decent. The Imperial Opulence for everything but the Bond. The Bond has Imperial Dress. And I really have nothing like super negative to say about this one. It's not like my favorite, mind you. It does give off like a racing vibe, like this Warlock races in Sparrow Racing League or whatever. So that's kind of like a plus in my opinion. But other than that, I can't really talk too much about this one because again, it's not the best in the world. The reason we're using Imperial Opulence is because it gives me that really good purple. Unfortunately, it does have that yellow coloring for the plate armoring, but it's not the biggest deal because it's just on two pieces, specifically the waist and the helmet. Other than that, I think every other piece is pretty decent. So not the worst set in the world, if I'm being quite honest. Like, it's actually pretty decent. In hindsight, I probably would switch out the Contender Gloves for another one that has cloth. But I think the Contender Gloves looks really good with this because it is cloth. I think maybe we'd just switch out the coloring for the arms because it looks a little glossy. So maybe switch out for like an actual black because the shoulder pads are actually black and the boots as well. So that would probably be the thing I would switch out because the shadering on the gloves is what's making it look a little weird. And then last but not least, we're going to be using the Fellwinter's helmet for the exotic, and for the Moonfang piece, it's going to be the gloves. For the other pieces, it's going to be Street Scholar robes with the Veteran Legend boots, and then the Hardened Basilisk Bond. Shader-wise, the Continuum Alloy shader. So this one's pretty cool because I kind of wanted to reverse the coloring in this one, specifically how the shoulder pad has that silver and the arms switched them around. That's kind of like the whole thing of this set, really. So nothing really to talk about this one. This one just, I think, looked really cool. I ended up switching the helmet for something else, specifically Fellwinter's. I don't remember what I was using before that one, but I thought Fellwinter looked really cool with this one, like a modernized version of Fellwinter's, kind of like where my head went. Hardened Basilisk. So this is the funny thing, is the Hardened Basilisk Bond I ended up using because I was using a helmet that had a glow. I just guess I never switched the Bond out. But yeah, the Bond I probably would just switch out or just turn it off altogether. I like the Veteran Legend boots, but maybe not on this set. I mean, to be fair, it does look really cool with this set and makes it more futuristic as well. So probably just switch out the Bond for something else, and that would probably make it really, really cool. So Warlocks, let me know what you guys think. I had a lot of fun making the first two. The last two were kind of rough, if I'm being quite honest. The chest piece was just really rough for me. And then the arms, honestly, it's not that I don't like the set. I like the set. It's just, I feel like I kind of wasted that set on the arms. So just because I do think the arms are really cool. I think what I would do is just use a shader that had, you know what, if I'm being quite honest, I should have used the Cloud Striding Couture, because then that would have been an interesting choice for the coloring, because that one combines usually all the armor pieces into one color, like Dreaming Spectrum. So yeah, Warlocks, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, after this video is done, expect all the dungeon armors are done. Yeah. So probably expect either the Star Wars armor or the Stasis armor. I'm not too sure yet. And then we'll see if I can scrounge up enough time to make some videos that are not like fashion related, but more like just commentary type of things, because I do want to start just talking about stuff in this channel again, because I used to do that back in the day. And I would like to do that, like specifically talk about like why I won't be playing Marathon, what I think about certain things. Also, I've never pointed out my fashion rules, which is something I kind of want to talk about, because I see a lot of people who are like, oh, this set looks cool, but you didn't use different shaders, which is a rule I don't care about, because why? I don't like, that's such a dumb rule in my opinion. Like, for me personally, if you follow it, fine, that's you, but like, I just find it dumb. If I want to do it, I'll do it, but if I don't want to, then it's like, oh, tough titties. So yeah, stuff like that where I want to talk about. So let me know what you guys think. I appreciate y'all coming to this point. Be safe. I will see you guys later.